Hey, on the flight over here, I caught your interview with Anthony Davis. Awesome pod. That's a pretty tough act to follow, though. Hey, on the flight over here, I caught your interview with Anthony Davis. Awesome pod. That's a, yeah. I guess, nah. She's been out at college games every weekend, scouting potential new clients. She already forgot about me. I'll leave that up to you. I wouldn't expect you to step in the huddle call the play.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Colin Kaepernick.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Going up top. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The give is to Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now it looked like movement up front. If that's the case, that might end any thought of a field goal. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Kaepernick going to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. Complete. It's Henry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it here. This is James White.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. Back to throw as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Well, these 2 teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Buying time to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lane.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with a couple of teams from neighboring states in the Southeast. Atlanta at Hard Rock Stadium to take on Miami. And that one nearing halftime. In fact, it's gone to halftime with the Falcons in command. Mike Davis, a touchdown run. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Nick Chubb, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is well short. Well left to boot. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Michel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Kaepernick now to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. This is White on the screen. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Kaepernick to Michel on the screen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's got Smith here. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, here's White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And Folks' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Eluding the pressure right, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. First down now, but that clock rolling. Kaepernick to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Kaepernick. He completes it to Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. A give to Bell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's the Jets punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Kaepernick. He'll drop it underneath to White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to Petty. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Nowhere to go that time. They might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On third down, here's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Bell. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially put a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And some room to work. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take